I hate videos. Now, you may be wondering, if I hate videos, what the heck am I doing here? Happy Friday, everyone. I am just so excited to be able to have this episode with you and to be able to share some time with you. It is the final Friday of International Women's Month. So I just wanted to make sure that we remember that it is. So happy International Women's Month to all the women that are watching live and catching the replay. Know that we appreciate you and your efforts to make our world a better place. And of course, because it's International Women's Month, I've only been interviewing amazing women on this show as well as my Wednesday show. So I'm just so excited to have our friend Whitney Koch here. You all know that she is no stranger to inspiration from Ingor. And today is actually part two of the conversation that I was meant to have with her in December. Um, we had our conversation and we went over an hour, but we only got about halfway through the questions. And so we decided to make it a, a sequence of shows just because we can, right? If you don't know who I am, my name is Ingor van Roy, and I'm known as the Connection Catalyst. What that means is I help entrepreneurs and manufacturers develop a strategy so that they can stand out and connect with their ideal community. I do this in various ways. So if you need help to grow your community, send me a message and maybe we can see if there's a collaboration opportunity with us. I see the comments are already on fire. Oh my goodness. So without further ado, let me bring my awesome, awesome friend on here with us. Morning.
Hey, good morning, Ingor. So nice to see you.
You as well. How are you, Whitney?
I'm doing good. I got a good night's sleep. It's Friday. The weather is beautiful here. I got my big cup of coffee. I'm great.
Nice, nice. Um, Whitney, there may be some people that don't know who you are. Uh, only a few.
I don't know, probably a lot.
So, won't you please introduce yourself and let them know who you are and what you do?
Certainly. So my name is Whitney Koch. I currently work at 𝐓𝐿𝐾 Engineering, 𝐓𝐿𝐾 Inc. We used to be 𝐓𝐿𝐾 Engineering. We are a manufacturing company based in Sugar Land, Texas, and we manufacture sampling and odorization equipment for the oil and gas industry. And I've been with 𝐓𝐿𝐾 for almost 9 years. Started as a technical writer, and for about the last 4 years, I've been part of the marketing department and am the face behind our social media channels. Really enjoy doing that, being present here on LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. That's kind of how I got to know you and a lot of people in the comments as well. Outside of work, I'm a wife, I'm a boy mom, I'm a reader, I'm a crazy butterfly lady, crazy cat lady, lots of crazy things.
And the governor.
Yes, I am. And I'm actually wearing my governor shirt.
Ah,
Very on brand
awesome.
today.
Awesome. Thank you for being here. It's always great to see you on my screen with me and to share the space with you. Um, really. Let us go and say hello to the people in the comments. And I'll start from the top. Oh gosh, look who it is.
Yeah. So nice to see you, Shree.
Nice to see you, Sri. Good morning. Hey, hey. And maybe I should have said, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm just kidding. That's yours. But thank you for being here. It's nice to see you. And of course, you are here in the comments as well.
I've learned my lesson to not type with my mic on.
Ah, yes. And good morning, good happy Friday to you, Ileana. Thank you for being here.
Happy Friday.
And look who else.
Yay. A
Hi.
fellow boy mom.
Thank you for being here, Sonia. Nice to see you. And a whim friend. Hello.
Woohoo.
Hello, Karen. Nice to see you. Thank you for tuning in. She says, greetings from the piney woods of East Texas. And I love to see this where everybody's talking to each other in the comments. But Karen says, what a way to top off Women's History Month. Yes, why not?
Right on.
Oh, hello to you, Kyra Tillman. She says, good morning from rainy northern Illinois. Nice.
Crazy spring weather.
Really? Is it?
I'm guessing.
Sorry?
I said I'm guessing. I don't know.
Oh.
Like we've definitely got spring down here in Texas. Maybe not quite yet in the northern United States.
Well, I'll tell you, for us, yes, we're in the north, but our temperatures have been toggling a lot.
Really?
Yes, but this is normal for when the weather changes, and we change over to a different season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been kind of crazy. And this morning, I didn't need to put snow pants on for my daughter, but I did need to layer her up a little bit just to make sure that she's not going to be cold. Yeah. Let's see. Look who it is.
Yay!
Katie says, good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. I'm so excited to watch my two besties together. We're so happy to have you here, Katie. Thank you for tuning in.
I'm not good at doing that, but
You can't really see because of the angle, but here you go.
there you go.
Oh gosh. And hello, happy Friday to you, Rabiul. Thank you for tuning in. Let us know where you're tuning in from so we can say a proper hello. And then happy Friday to you, Laura. Thank you. She says, excited to see you both this morning.
Good morning, Laura.
Thank you for being here. Nice to see amazing women supporting the show. And here's another one. Good morning to you.
Hey, Angela.
Thank you, Angela, for being here. She's tuning in from Houston, Texas.
My neck of the woods.
Yes. Ileana says, I'm planning my trip to Texas soon. I hope we can connect if you are there.
That's awesome. Yeah. Let's connect.
Awesome. Yeah. And hello to you, Chrislyn. She says, good afternoon, everyone. I'm all the way from South Africa. Have a fantastic Friday all. Nice.
Nice to see you, Chrislyn.
Yes, nice to see you. Thank you, Chrislyn. So, you know, I often speak about the principle of Ubuntu, and the reason is because I truly believe it, and it governs my life. So, if you're new to the concept of Ubuntu, let me share with you a little bit. Ubuntu is an ancient African word meaning humanity to others. It is often described as reminding us that I am because we are. And I wouldn't be who I am today if it weren't for the people that are in my circle, including you, Whitney. So, what a blessing it is to be able to have this conversation with you and be on screen with you. Let's say a quick shout out to our amazing sponsors.
Yes.
𝐓𝐡𝐞 Radio. This is an online radio station that I am now a presenter for. And if you would like to check them out, you may do so at 𝐓𝐡𝐞.𝐏𝐎𝐖𝐄𝐑. My radio show is every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So please tune in and check it out. Um, Actually, you know what? I didn't say this, but because of daylight savings, I need to change my slot. So this coming Wednesday, it will be at 12 p.m. until November when we fall back. Because I need to stick to the slots that are part of the radio station, and my the radio station slot that I have is 6 to 8 p.m. In South Africa. So,
Mhm.
and if you haven't checked out that broadcast yet, you may do so. You can look at the replay just in my profile. And if you'd like to be around for the full 2 hours and get to hear me actually be a radio jockey where I play music, oh my,
Fun.
like this to me, it's insane because I love music, but I've never done that before. And it's definitely outside of my comfort zone. But I just love finding music that pertains to the topic that we talk about on
Mm.
the show. And I make sure that it's only by women because that's what the show is about. It's Wonder Women Wednesday. So you are one of my Wonder Women, and I can't wait to have you on the show with me one day.
Oh, that'd be
Um,
fun.
yeah, it's a ton of fun actually, because what happens is it's not just the audience that's on LinkedIn, but we're also, um, we have people that are listening in, and the amount of listeners is insane.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I've been getting my stats for my shows, and it's really awesome to know that I get to highlight somebody that's in my community, and then really share them with so many people, and I'm talking about thousands of people.
Nice.
Um, so it's exciting and just an awesome experience to be able to do that. Anyway, Whitney.
I loved your show with Dr. Noopy this week. That was
Oh
great. It was
yeah,
good conversation.
thank you. And I will say that she really brought so much value, and for people to understand, because what we spoke about was empowerment.
Mm.
But she spoke about her story and how she recovers from burnout, right?
Mhm.
And what was your favorite part, actually?
Hmm. I don't know. I just love hearing people's stories, just the
Yes,
whole thing. It's just
I was going
I
to
don't know.
say,
I'm kind of nosy, I guess, that way. Like I
no, but
just
it's
like
not
hearing
nosy.
people's stories.
It's
And
not
Dr.
nosy.
Noopy just, with her glitter bombs and her personality, it's great.
Yes, and I will tell you, Whitney, it's not being nosy. It's because you can tell people facts, you can share stats with them, but people feel stories.
Mhm.
And that's why you love it, and that's why I love them. And that was my favorite part when she walked us through her journey of who she was, like straight after school up until who she is today, and also sharing with us her burnout story,
Mhm.
how she overcame burnout and what she teaches to others to help them overcome their burnout, because I think we all have faced burnout, especially as women, because we try to do it all.
Yeah.
But we need to remember that we should take off our capes,
That's true.
right? Right. Anyway, let's dive into the questions,
All right.
um, and then we can always come back and talk about other things.
Pretty
Uh,
good about that.
yes, we are. So, Whitney, what is your take on networking? Like, how do you approach it?
Um, I think networking is just any kind of relationship building. And so I think the term networking often just gets,
Yeah.
I don't know, like taken maybe in a negative way. Like people think you're just trying to make connections to get something out
Mm,
of it, like get a
mhm,
new job or, land a sale, get a customer. But really at the heart of it is just, to me, relationship building. So making connections, making friendships, and then in healthy relationships, right? Those are kind of mutually beneficial, and you know each other and you like to share things with each other. You have something in common, and it doesn't just stop
mhm.
when you meet that person. You're still in contact and building, just building and nurturing the relationship that you have. And the networking that I've done over the last year or so has really been life changing in a lot of different ways. I've made some really special friends. I've gotten like career advice. I've been able to join the Women in Manufacturing organization and meet even more people through that. And, there just has been so much that's happened over the last year or so because of networking. I don't think you can really understate the importance of it.
You're so right. Because if you think about it, I always equate people's lives to the evolution of a butterfly, of a caterpillar into a butterfly, right? And I think what people don't realize is that networking just amps it up so
Mhm.
much more because it exposes you to different kinds of people with very different backgrounds to you as well, and it gives you a different perspective on life because now you get to also see life from somebody else's experience as well, right? And then what I also feel with regards to networking is that it gives you those opportunities and also allows you to tap into new ideas. Um, I mean, do you remember when we did the video challenge?
Yes, I love doing the video
Yeah,
challenges. Yeah.
right. And the thing is, with the video challenge, it was pretty simple. Nothing too complicated about it, but we all learned so much, including myself and Sri, when we were doing it, because we're able to understand a little bit more about what holds people back. What kind of things do you need in order to propel you forward? And that, yeah, it's just so much value that you can get out of networking and learning from others. So that's awesome. Um, what about, so we have a friend that um, that sends videos to people, the video messages, right? And
Yes.
I remember when I received this video message, I was like, "Oh my gosh, she's so brave!" Like I didn't send video messages because we all know if I could, this is how I would show up. Just because it's, we are, I think we all are very hypercritical of ourselves. And that's how I feel about me. Um, but this friend of ours, this is her take. Like, and I'm not certain that she continues to do it, but she would, people that she connected with in the last week, she would then send them a video message at the beginning of each week. And I thought that was a really unique approach and enable people to see beyond the picture,
Hmm.
beyond that LinkedIn profile.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you do in terms of your approach? Like, I know some people are very systematic. They keep
Mm,
a list of people that they want to reach out to and connect with and send messages to.
yeah.
Is there anything that you do?
I wish I was that organized. I started out with that intention, and I did for a time. I would send video messages to new
Wow.
connections, and it was fun. And I think, kind of like to your experience and to mine, it's sort of like, whoa, like someone took the time to do
Yes.
that, and you feel like that new connection just a little bit better. So I think that's a really great thing to do. Is very special to be on
Yes.
the receiving end of that. Um, well, like right now when I'm making new connections, I like to connect with people who are in my industry, um, or people who are in the same line of work as I am, doing social media marketing. I like to learn from other people. um, that's really kind of just my goal, and I have kind of a core group of folks, through the USA Manufacturing Hour Twitter chat that I'm in pretty consistent communication with,
Yes.
um, and I've just been a little bit busier the last few weeks, and so my engagement on LinkedIn hasn't been kind of what it was. But your network is still there.
Yes.
Your friends still care.
Yes, they
Um,
do.
so yeah, it just kind of ebbs and flows a little bit. But I do think having a strategy is helpful, or having, maybe not strategy is the right word, but like having kind of a plan of, when I make a new connection, I want to do this type of follow up. I do like to personalize connection requests and make
Yes.
it, clear. Like if we've met at an event, or if we have mutual connections, why I'm trying to reach out, just to give some context. Because when you get those connection requests that are just kind of blank, and you look at the profile and you're like, why are you connecting with me? I'm not really understanding why you're wanting to connect. So that's
Yeah.
one thing that I definitely do, and I think it's helpful on
Yeah.
both ends, because then you have that history too. Like if someone's not regularly on LinkedIn and it takes them a while to accept the request, and then you can go back and see, oh yeah, like this is you know why I reached out to this person. I think it's
Yeah.
helpful.
I actually a few years ago, I my boss forwarded an article to us at work. Um and it was speaking about email, okay? And our habits around email, because he said that we shouldn't. What the article said was, imagine a day and time where email did not exist, okay? And imagine receiving every time you receive a piece of mail, somebody makes an announcement, like, I'm gonna make a noise. You've got mail, right? Because, disrupts your flow of work, and then you end up stopping everything, dropping everything, seeing to this letter right this minute,
Mm-hmm.
and then going back to your flow of work. But the thing, what we don't realize is that, yeah, that's exactly what we're doing when that email comes in and
Yeah.
it says ting, and then we stop and we do that. But it interrupts your flow of work. And
Mm-hmm.
the call to action from this article was basically, decide when you're going to respond to emails. Don't let it be something that's going to be constantly coming in and then you're taking your attention away. And so, as a result of that, I've actually learned to set aside a specific time
Oh,
for
great.
when those connection requests come. And it's not because I'm not on LinkedIn, but I can't just respond every single time that
Mm-hmm.
something happens or when I get a notification, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, this is not the reason for being here,
Yeah.
right? And I think life happens. We need to take more time to focus on the people around us. our
Mhm.
family, our kids, our husbands, our wives, and pour into them first before and ourselves
Mhm.
before we take note of emails and social media in general.
Yeah.
So,
And it's
um,
very distracting, like what you were
yes,
saying, if you're on LinkedIn and you're trying to be intentional about engaging with certain people, and if you get a notification and respond to that instead of continuing what you're doing. I mean, if you're like me, then you'll completely forget what it was you were doing before and
yeah,
lose that time and the momentum that you had going. So yeah,
yeah,
I think it's important to block time like that.
yeah. Um, so you kind of touched on this question, but I want to ask you again. How has networking impacted you? Are there any specific things that have happened for you as a result of networking?
Yeah. Well, I'll talk about some things that have happened for Welker as a result. So we were able to be a guest on a podcast about a year ago, and that helped. That was made possible by some connections, some networking that I did, and I'm trying to think of some other opportunities. We have like a second podcast opportunity potentially coming up through networking. Um, and on the personal side, I've been able to do some freelance work. And, that was just because I knew kind of some of the people in a particular circle. And, we were already kind of familiar with each other.
Yes.
And, so that's been a very exciting opportunity for me. And then also just being able to be part of Women in Manufacturing. I met Angela Thurman, who's here in the comments, through the video challenge. And in October, which is Manufacturing Month, her business was offering scholarships for a Women in Manufacturing membership. And, I applied to that and was able to become a member. And if we
Nice.
hadn't done the video challenge together, like I never would have known of that opportunity. And being part of WIM has been a lot of fun. Doing the meet and greets around Houston and just getting to know so many amazing women. And I'm going to be part of the leadership for the Texas chapter. And
Awesome.
some of us are meeting up in San Antonio tomorrow for onboarding, and I'm really excited for that. And yeah, like none of that would have happened otherwise.
That's amazing. What would you position be within WIM?
I'm going to be assisting with our social media for the Texas
Yay!
chapter, of course.
Of course, but you never know what could come from that. So
Yeah,
that's awesome. I'm really happy for you.
thank you. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. That's awesome, and I know a few of the ladies in the room, so I know you're definitely in good company.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's go to the comments. I see that there's quite a few that we need to address, and I just wanna. Ah, okay. Oh my gosh. Give me a second. I'm trying to. Okay, I found my place. I love to see how everybody's saying hi to each other. Oh my gosh. Okay. That is so, so, so true. And look at the title that she's given you.
I know. I have thought about that one. I have thought
That
about
is so cool. That is so cool. I agree. Anybody that doesn't know, Whitney loves butterflies, which is why I'm wearing this today. And I thought of her. I did I tell you I thought of you when I ordered this shirt.
that. Oh,
Yeah, because I love butterflies too, and just for me, it's the significance of them,
mm-hmm,
and thinking about myself, and my evolution.
mm-hmm.
It's so awesome. Ileana says, I have a women's DJ business that is part of our mentees
Cool.
team. Cool.
Pretty cool.
Ileana, I know you and I need to talk. Let's make that happen soon, please. Laura says, most impressive, Inga. And Whitney, I love Dr. Nupi on Wednesday
Mhm.
as well. Oh, yes, it was, wow. It was really an amazing show. Thank you, Laura. Angela. Oh my God. I literally have a red cape. I bought it at a lovely department store in Montreal in Canada. There are definitely days I need to pull it out to invoke my Wonder Woman persona, right?
That's a genius idea.
Yeah, really. And they say when you stand with your hands on your hips or like this, it really it shifts your mindset
Yeah,
and
like a
gets
power
those
stance.
endorphins. Yeah, it's power stance, right? So that is so cool. Katie says networking does have a negative
Mhm.
connotation. As many people as we see on socials doing it right, there are tons more that still do it
Oh
wrong, right? Let's not even talk about hashtag pitch slap.
yeah, that's the worst. John Buglini.
John, hello, good morning, John. Thank you for being here. And I assume that you're in New Jersey, tuning in from New Jersey. Thank you for being here, John. Nice to see you in the comments. And Katie says, the video challenge is how I met Sri and Angela. My
Mhm.
toolbox overflowing. Oh my gosh. My heart is so full. I'm so glad I did that, really.
It was so much fun.
Yeah. It sure was. Oh my gosh. Angela
Mhm.
says, I learned so much from the video challenge. That's awesome.
Likewise.
Laura
Mhm.
says, agreed. The default understanding of networking is transactional, but I
Mhm.
believe there is another way, relational networking. That is where the magic is,
Yeah,
right?
that's very true.
Um, Please read this.
I keep a list of people to stay away from. Hashtag pitch
Oh my God.
that. That's actually pretty smart.
And John says, the people that matter are always there for you.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope you know, if everyone that's here in the comment section, and if you're still watching live, I hope you know that if you need me, I'm just a message away. I really am. Katie says strategy is the perfect word. Strategy doesn't mean cold; it's intentional.
Mm.
Yes, I think though strategy also has negative connotations, and it seems a bit clinical, right? I
Mm.
get why you switched from using that word.
Yeah, I think it kind of goes back to the transactional networking. You know,
Yes,
that's sort of kind of the association that I have with it.
yes,
But the intentionality I think is important for sure.
yes. Wow, intentional has really come up so many times for me,
Hmm.
even in the last week or two. It's crazy. Speaking about intentional, I will tell you something. Just quickly, I'll share. Um, this afternoon at 2 p.m.
Yay.
Eastern Standard Time, I will be on with my amazing, amazing friend. And we're going to be talking about building community. And it's really about, honestly, it's about more than anything, it is about intentionally
Mhm.
building community because you need to choose those people that you're in cahoots with, right?
Yeah, we need
And
Bob Feathers here to talk about
yes,
intentional
yes,
community
yes,
too.
yes, yes. Bob, that's Bob's word, I think, for this year. And it's crazy. And I would be remiss to not mention that I will be talking with Megan Zamba today on Mavens of
Yay!
Manufacturing at 12:30 Eastern as well. Oh my gosh, it's going to
You got
be
a
a
busy
full
day.
day. I know. I think like once I'm done, can you imagine? I'll probably just go and just sit somewhere quietly in a corner.
Yeah, make sure you're taking care of your voice today.
Yes, you're right. And my heart.
Yeah.
Because I try to. Um, let's see what. So, hello to you, James Kunkel. Thank you for tuning
Good
in.
morning.
Nice to see you here. And Angela says, I think it's more important to nurture your existing relationships than to generate lots of new connections.
Mm, yeah.
I think we need to leave this up for a little bit, and just talk about this because I'm finding that a lot of people are going after those vanity metrics,
Mm,
especially on LinkedIn. You know, people want to reach 30,000 or more,
mm,
30,000 connections and more followers, right?
mm-hmm.
They're striving for that. But what is happening is you lose out so much because you disconnect from people,
Yep.
from the reason why you're here in the first place.
Yeah. I feel like that's it's just not sustainable, really. I think I kind of went through a phase where I was trying to make a lot of new connections, and there was sort of this boom, and then things have really kind of leveled out and then slowed down. So then, I have
Mm.
more time to just focus on the people that I have in my network right now, and they're there for a reason, um, and I want to give them my focus too.
Yeah. I remember it's so funny because when I first started getting like really involved in LinkedIn, I had someone that um, spoke to me and suggested that I like try to connect with as many people as
Mm,
I can every week. And I kind of did that for a week and a bit. Like, whoa, no, I cannot. It's too much
yeah.
because when you're striving, and you feel like somebody's just a number, and I don't want that.
Hmm. Yeah.
Wow. John says, "Ha, I remember those days. It was so great to hear that announcement. What happened?"
Yeah. There was something special about mid 90s AOL. You've got mail. Email was very different then.
Right? Now we're like, oh my gosh, another email.
Yeah. My personal email inbox is a disaster because I just can't stay up on top of it. So many like marketing emails, and it's a lot.
Me too. Like I go in there and I'm like, I just scroll and I'm looking for something that's important.
Yep.
Just scroll and scroll and scroll, right?
Yep.
Because honestly, like, what the heck? How am I gonna do it now?
Hmm.
On the only way that I'll be able to really like manage it is if I delete everything
Hmm.
and start from scratch.
Yep. Yep.
So
I feel that. I feel that.
right? Like, because I've contemplated, like, okay, now what am I gonna do here? Like, am I going to like select all and then go through and deselect the ones that are important? Or am
Mm.
I just going to go and clean everything off and say, you know what?
Hmm.
And I think I should do that just because if it was important, I would have been referring back to it.
Yeah.
So it's
Sure.
really not, and so I can delete everything,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But then now, what? How am I gonna do that?
I know.
I think it's gonna break my heart.
I know.
Oh my gosh, attachment. Can you say attachment?
Yeah. When my son was younger, it was easier for me to stay on top of everything because during nap time, that's when I would go and like play catch up. And yeah,
Uh,
now he doesn't want to nap on the weekends anymore. So my email gets next to no attention.
remind me, Easy Five?
Almost. He'll be 5 in June. Yeah.
Yeah.
He should still be napping, but he refuses.
No.
He refuses.
There's no shoulds. There's no. There
Oh,
are
his
no rules.
attitude tells me he should. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
He gets overtired. He
Yeah.
refuses to nap. So,
They get to that stage because of FOMO, right?
mm-hmm. Yes, he's full of that. That's for sure.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Laura says, I agree with you, Katie. Strategy means intentional and purposeful.
Hmm.
Yeah. And Karen is agreeing with Angela. So yep. Let's see what's John saying.
Oh,
Please go ahead and read this fast.
I I set aside time to dive into the various Slack communities I am part of now. I used to respond as things happen, but it was not terribly productive.
Right?
Yeah, I keep thinking I need to kind of go back to, how like when you're in school, you've got your class periods, and so it's that defined chunk of time, and then you move on to the next thing. Like I need to
Yes.
recreate that in my adult life. So like my first period of the day is going to be email. My second period of the day is going to be Slack or whatever, and just you
Yeah.
have that defined period of time, and you move on.
I think that's easy-ish
Yeah,
as long
definitely
as
easier said than done.
yeah, as long as I think you have you set aside time for free, like to be
Mm,
free.
mm-hmm.
As much as we want to
Yeah,
schedule everything, we need to have free time too. Like so,
yeah,
let you choose what you do
mm-hmm.
during that time, right?
Yeah,
Because I have certain things that I do at a specific time of day,
mm-hmm.
um, and then I kind of allow myself that freedom because if I schedule everything, I'll stick to nothing.
Mm, mm-hmm.
I literally, this is the truth.
Well, we do that for our brains too, right? Your
Yes.
brain needs that downtime to really let everything just process. And I know I get my best ideas when I'm doing something really mundane, like washing the dishes or something. When your
That's
brain
it.
really has time to
Yeah,
cycle through everything.
nice. Nigel says sorry he's late to the party.
Nigel.
Nice to see you,
No, the party
Nigel.
just started, Nigel. I don't know.
Right? And Katie is celebrating you. She says, yay, I'm so happy for you, Whitney.
Thanks.
And so is John. Oh,
Thank you.
nice to see. And Angela says, Katie is our new marketing co director. Thank you. One of your cats in the background.
Oh, yes, this is our new kitten. Sorry.
Oh.
She's probably going to want to try and walk across the keyboard.
You can lift her up if you want, it's fine.
Oh, do you want to make an appearance? I have to take her back to the vet today, so she's probably not going to be happy with me.
Oh, she's a beautiful cat. I
She's
love her
very
coat.
sweet. My son named her Princess Leia.
I
We're
was waiting for a Star Wars name.
we're a big Star Wars family over here, so
Nice.
it's a very fitting name for her, I think.
Nice. Laura says, congratulations and high fives as
Thank
well.
you.
Yeah. Um, Katie says, I think of Whitney whenever I see butterflies and sunflowers, but I don't know why
I
sunflowers.
do love sunflowers. They're so cheerful.
Yes. You know what's the most beautiful thing about them? So when the sun shines, they face the sun, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when the sun's not out, they face each other.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's sweet.
That's that should be true for us too.
Yeah.
We need to draw that strength and inspiration from one another.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Katie says, Sisterhood of the Traveling Cape. Yes, please, Angela. I would be down for that. You want to send it to me? I'll go first. I love, oh, that's so cool.
That'd be
Oh my
fun.
gosh. Dan says,
Hey,
hello, everyone. I had some time, so I figured I'd jump on and see how everyone was doing. Thank you for being
great to
here.
see you, Dan. Thanks for joining.
Yeah. Angela says, halt Renfrew when I was doing training at Nortel back in the good old telecom days. Oh my
Oh,
gosh. Yes, Nortel. Wow. Angela, but you're not old enough to have known about Nortel. Bob feathers, are your ears ringing? Let's hope. Oh my gosh. And Of course, some awesome networking. I love that. I know, Katie. How does that make you feel?
I told her that once before. I was like, you can
Did you?
select all and delete, but I don't think I could ever do it either. I have a coworker who's always inbox zero, and he like I sort things into folders, and he just deletes everything, and I know I'm not. I don't live that life.
Okay, let's just say this is we're talking about personal emails, like, and I'm just mostly marketing stuff, right?
Yeah.
Of course, for me, when I started working, I learned that you need to CYA. So I saved everything
Yeah.
because lo and behold, there would always be somebody that would question why
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing something. And
Mm-hmm.
then I could just go back into my archives and
Exactly.
find it.
Exactly.
But yes,
Same.
I want to
Same.
delete all the emails in my personal inbox.
Yeah. It's
Oh
it's
my
awful.
gosh.
And that's even after I don't know about you, but I've gone through and unsubscribed from a lot of things, and it seems to have made no difference. It's crazy.
Yes, me too. I have unsubscribed to a lot of things, but
Yeah.
yeah, it doesn't make a dent. I don't even know what the heck I signed up for.
Yeah.
You know, it was the worst. I
Mm.
don't know if you guys have Children's Place. If you know about Children's
Oh, the
Place.
store, the clothing
Yes,
store.
the Children's Place. I swear to you, I must get like 10 emails from them in a day. And
Yeah.
I just look at it and go, oh, seriously, another one?
No.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Look what Sean says.
Ooh. Katie McDermott, I'm an inbox zero person, but I actually take the time to manage without deleting all. Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, what we're saying is we're completely in over our heads, John.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah.
we can start managing once we do this, right? Clear
Yeah.
the slate.
Yeah. Or maybe I'd just make a new email address. I've thought about that too. I'll just start over.
Oh my gosh. And Katie loves the idea of
Mm.
time blocking. Laura says that is why a relational networking mindset is magical because you are focused on meaningful conversations to build lasting and authentic relationships. No vanity metrics, true connection with those you know and those you meet to learn from them and
Mhm.
about them. I just love that.
Mhm. I agree.
Katie says, I also need structure. I have to schedule things for sure here.
Yeah.
And everyone knows if it's not in my calendar. Yes, that's me. If it's not in my calendar, forget about it. I've had I had a meeting scheduled with somebody 2 weeks ago, and it like I had set it in his calendar through a link, right? So
Mhm.
it's supposed to populate in my calendar. Well, guess what? He emailed me and said, "Hey, Inga, I'm waiting on the link, and um, just let me know if you're still coming." I didn't see it because I've also decided that, you know what, I'm going to close off my email
Mm.
on Sundays because it's very distracting when I'm busy with something else, and I have a habit at night and in the morning I check my calendar to make sure
Mhm.
about what I am actually doing for the day.
Yeah.
And so when I just when I didn't see that, I thought, oh my goodness, what the heck happened? Why didn't I know? And when I went to my calendar, it wasn't there. It hadn't
Mm.
populated.
Mm.
So I had to reschedule, of course. And when I rescheduled, it didn't populate again, but I was aware of it, so I put it in
Yeah.
my calendar. Because really, if it's not there, it's not happening.
Yeah.
What Katie says, what I am? I'm lost. I don't know what that was with regards to. Oh, and she loves your little
I
kitty.
know. Such a cat
Oh,
person.
I think Angela said something, but I didn't see that. No, I didn't. So I've noticed that sometimes LinkedIn's comments don't always make it onto StreamYard.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I've seen that. So if a host is not acknowledging your comment, it's not delivered.
Mm,
It happens.
yeah.
Um, Katie's giving us a sunflower. I love sunflowers. It's one of my favorites
Hmm.
because it's so hardy.
Yeah. My grandfather used to have sunflowers in his garden. They were huge. They were like over 6 feet tall, and the leaves were like, you know, twice the size of my hand. And
Jeez.
it's amazing.
And then, do they get picked?
I don't
Did they
know
get
what
picked?
he would do with them, honestly. I'm not sure what he would do with them. I know my mother-in-law has some big sunflowers like that in Michigan, and the last time we went to visit, it was kind of in the fall, and so we could see like the actual sunflower seeds, and so the birds were coming and enjoying the seeds. So maybe that's what he did.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Lauren loves Princess Leia. Me too. Oh my gosh. She says sunflowers are her favorite. Inga, I love that fact about sunflowers. Leaning to sun and each other, yes. I love hardy flowers. So sunflowers, there's another one called the Strelitzia. I don't know if people know
Oh,
about this one, but it's like it looks like a crane bird.
mm,
And I think it's called the crane flower
okay.
um, in some regions. And then my favorite is a protea. All of these are really hardy flowers and last a very long time.
Mm,
Unlike roses, when you buy them and
yeah.
then they're just, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Katie says she's having a panic attack
I
about the
know.
emails. Oh,
Very
Katie.
stressful.
So, so Katie's had a conversation with Nathan, my husband. He's a project manager, but he also has ADHD, and he gave us some tips as to how to
Oh, nice.
handle it. But yeah, she says, I bet Nathan has inbox. He works pretty hard to keep it that way, and when it's not, he doesn't like it. So yeah,
Yeah, it's stressful.
yeah, it brings on stress. Dan says, great show, Whitney and Inga. I have to run. Enjoy your weekend.
Thanks for being here, Dan. It's good to
Yes,
see you.
thank you. Um, and Tristan is also saying, great show. Amazing ladies. And Katie was giving us a mic drop. I hope that's for deleting all the emails. Oh my gosh. Hello.
Oh,
Hello, Diane. Thank you for tuning in. Nice to see your name up here. Um, and then Katie says, Angela said that I was the marketing director, but she meant, oh, okay. Sorry. Wow. Can you believe we're approaching the top of the hour?
time flies when you're having fun.
Yes, it does. So, Whitney, what are your final thoughts for everyone and where can they find you?
Oh, my final thoughts. My final thoughts about networking, I think, would be don't approach it as a transaction. Approach it as relationship building. Have an intention and purpose behind it,
Yes.
and make it personal wherever you can, like with the invitations, and then sending a message after someone accepts your connection request. And then also it's the weekend, so go out and unplug for a little while and enjoy the springtime.
Awesome. I'm gonna leave you right here because I'd like you to share with us about your project that you undertook
Yes.
last weekend,
Yeah. Yeah.
please.
So I mentioned kind of at the beginning, a crazy butterfly lady. So last spring, I started raising monarchs. I bought a bunch of milkweed plants. And for this year, I decided to actually like plant them, not just have them in pots, but to plant them in a butterfly garden. So I have the milkweed, which the monarch butterflies will lay their eggs on, and then the eggs hatch and the caterpillars eat the milkweed leaves. And I have some other flowering plants that are supposed to attract butterflies and other pollinators. So I got that all set up last weekend, and I had, I don't know, more than 30 like pretty big caterpillars. One made his way over to the fence and has turned into a chrysalis.
Wow.
I still have some that are munching away. Some I unfortunately lost to some ants. Circle of life sadness.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was out there looking earlier, and I'm trying to find them all. But once they kind of go walkabout to find, where they want to turn their chrysalis, it's hard to keep track of them. So I'm hoping in a couple weeks to have a lot of butterflies.
Yes. But then how do you, I don't know, what happens after that?
After they make their
They turn into a butterfly because now it's not in the enclosure that they're in, right?
Yeah.
So they fly away.
Yeah. Over the winter, I actually had, I don't know, like more than 20. They must be native monarchs, and not the monarchs that migrate to Mexico, because I was not expecting it at all. I had a whole bunch, and we had, kind of colder weather here in Texas and not temperatures for them to actually go out and launch and fly. And so I kept them inside, raised most of them inside. And that's really fun to raise them inside and, watch them grow. And then as they're in their chrysalis, you can start seeing it change colors when their wings develop and things like that.
Yeah.
And I had a few hatch, and it was too cold for them to be outside. So I learned how to feed them a honey water solution. And yeah, it's really special. But yeah, it's a little different when they're outside. But it's still a lot of fun.
Wow, that's really special. I remember a few years ago, my husband bought my daughter a milk thistle plant and some caterpillars as well.
Oh, yeah.
And we they grew at home, turned into a chrysalis and then a monarch. It was beautiful to behold.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So
and when you see, and when you raise them and you really understand how long the process is, I think that, metaphor like you were talking about of, the transformation from a butterfly to, from caterpillar to butterfly, just, for me, it's a little more meaningful because it's not an immediate change, right? Every stage takes its time. Yeah.
And they don't all happen at the same time too, even if you have them all there.
Yeah.
You have all the caterpillars, some develop before some others, right? And it just reminds me so much of a quote that speaks about not comparing yourself to others. The sun and the moon shine when it's daytime.
I love that. Yeah.
So thank you for taking the time out to be here with me. Always a blessing to be able to just chat with you and, catch up and hear what's happening. I'm so excited to see what unfolds with your new position.
Thank you.
With WIM. Let's read what Katie said. She says, sunflowers are my favorite now that I went out west a couple of years ago. They were all along the highway. Wow. They are so adorable. And they were baby sunflowers growing over the highway in the cracks. Oh my gosh. That's so cool. And she says, I love you too. You are the best part of my day. You are the best part of our day.
Yes,
right?
It's been so nice to be with everyone today.
Yes. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Nigel says, can you go ahead and read Nigel?
Oh, yeah. Katie, there are enormous fields in south central France that are full of sunflowers. Their happy, sunny faces creating a glow across the countryside.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah. You can just close your eyes and see it, right? Yeah. Well, thank you. And let's, I hope to see you guys later on.
Yes.
But I'll send you to the green room. Thank you, Whitney.
Thanks. Bye, everyone.
And if you're still watching, thank you for being here. Know that we appreciate you. And I'm looking forward to if you're able to pop in and just say hello at the Mavens of Manufacturing. Please do so. We will be live at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And also conversations optimizing human potential in business, the building community conversation. It is going to be amazing. This is at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, a crazy busy day for me, but um, I get to spend time with my friends. So thank you for being here. Wishing you a wonderful week and weekend ahead. Um, I'll see you back here next week for another episode of Inspiration from Ingor. Bye for now and be blessed. And by the way, keep a lookout for my newsletter that's dropping a little bit in a few minutes. My newsletter is dropping the fourth volume and all about Women's Month, which is today. We're closing off Happy International Women's Month to all the women in our circle. Thank you for everything that you do to make our world a better place. And here's two strong women. May we know them, may we be them, and may we raise them. Bye for now and be blessed.